Hello guys, so as promised, I'm just going to make a video explaining what happened today and how I made the money during this tough market where there was random up and down moments. So it was actually a very tough market today. As you can see, as you have witnessed, there was 100 points up and then 100 points down. Again went up and again came down, and finally it closed at going up again for 60 70 points. So let's see. First of all, I took a trade yesterday by the end of the day before the market closed. So see, this was the yeah. I was taking a lot of trades in the from the morning itself, but I took a trade towards the end of the day purely because there was a lot of short build up happening towards the end of the day in Nifty, and also one factor was US markets. So ever since US markets fell below this line, I knew every rise is going to be a selling opportunity in the market, and I always placed a support for US market around 26,500. It actually went below 26,500, but 26,500 was my support. So I knew markets were going to 26,500, and also European markets, they were already in bearish territory for the last 2 3 days. So ever since that the German market went below 12,250 200 area, it fell below it was in a bearish territory. So I knew there was not going to be a big rally happening very soon because there are a lot of events coming up, and moreover in Europe there is a big lockdown happening. Okay, so when you're ahead with the news, it helps you to create positions and make better profits. So that's why you have to be updated with all the news when you trade in the markets. So what happened was, in the morning there was a 120 points gap down. So the position I took was 11,800 put. So on the previous day it closed around 106. So I bought it around 100 rupees or something, and I gave it at 185 in the morning itself, in the first 15 minutes itself. Then after that I didn't keep it. I never traded in this 11,800 after that the whole day. So this was one trade I took, 11,800, and another one was in a bank Nifty, and also I took 11,700. So 11,700 I took the same thing for the same price. See, I took it at around 50 or 52, yeah, but I sold it around 80 rupees. So my morning trade was done after that. And also you can see this fall happened with huge volume. Okay, and never made an attempt to rise back and close at higher level or something, because there was a lot of pressure from the world market. And also another thing was dollar index. So dollar index was just going up on that day. So previously it was below 93, and it went to, see, it rise above this line. This is the volume weighted VWAP, so volume weighted average price. So once it went above this, and it was trading around 93.4 or 93.5, I think, yesterday. Yeah, somewhere around there. So that was clearly a negative sign for our markets. Yeah, so that's one thing. And today, uh, in between, I took a lot of trades. So in the beginning I took 11,650 650 call. I took several trades, as you can see. So purely based on, I had a feeling like the market is going to be in between 11,600 and 11,750 on the higher range. As you can see in the morning, I mentioned 11,750 is going to be a stiff resistance, and on Bank Nifty 24,500 will be a stiff resistance. On the downside, on Bank Nifty it was 23,800, 23,700, and 23,600. I mentioned all these levels in the morning itself in the Telegram channel. And on Nifty it was 11,600 on the downside, and then 11,550. So the bulls actually tried to protect 11,600 today, purely maybe because of the monthly expiry, because it was a monthly expiry, and Another reason, see the VIX, the volatility index. The volatility index was just rising the whole day. See, it was all the day it was rising. So when there is a high VIX, it's very tough to trade. There will be volatility, up and down volatility. Plus, you're not going to get a clear up move because VIX is very high. So that was the reason. So every opportunity, whenever they took the market to the high level, I used it to short, not to go long, because that's why I mentioned in Telegram channel, when they were going up, I told I'm going to stay away. I'm not going to participate in this thing. And once I got a signal it's going to come down again, I took the position again. And see, I took a position around this level, and see, I covered it around here. So that's what I did. So every opportunity, every price, I was selling it. So what happened was many people might have got fooled because they thought market was going to go up, going to go higher. But what you have to understand is our markets are still at the higher level. It's not at 11,200 or 11,000 or well, even not even in 11,500. Our markets are near to 12,000 still. But you see what happened to Europe and US. It's US fell around 1,500 to 1,800 points in the last 3 days, but our markets didn't do it. So we can't expect our markets to go up again uh, just because US futures is 100 points up or 200 points up. It's not going to happen. So you can't expect that. So that's the main reason I was using all the rise to sell it again. And even though Reliance was trying to move up in the beginning, it was not able to cross to 2050. So that also again another sign. So there are a lot of different reasons. See, one reason was VIX, and one reason was the US markets, and US markets also turned from the higher level in between. The US futures were up, and then uh, towards the after 1 o'clock, 1:30, it turned from this level again and came down again to this not this level, sorry, towards this level. So our market also started falling. So I clearly mentioned in Telegram channel what I was going to do. I'm not going to take a position in those directions and all. So I trade in not just in one portal, I trade in multiple portal. So this was my morning trade. See, this was my all the profits for the morning trade. So, but after this morning trade, I mainly traded in this Suroda portal. Yeah. So that's the thing. Bank Nifty was comparatively a little stronger than Nifty. I say little stronger, not very strong, but little. I expected it to go below 23,800, but it never went below 23,800. But in the coming days, I expect Nifty to break 11,600. Okay, and even Bank Nifty also probably will be going towards 23,000 very soon. So Bank Nifty 23,000 and 11 Nifty below 11,600. The problem with Nifty below 11,600 is sometimes it might be going to 11,500 and then 11,300, and I'm not sure if it's planning to go even further down. So not yet. So as of now, I think it's going to 11,500 or to 11,300 level, somewhere here. So that's my view for the coming days. And as I said, see, the VIX is very high, 24. It's very hard to trade. So you have to be very careful. Don't take extra risk and lose your capital at this moment. See, even in US, the VIX is very high. It's 34 now. So you have to be very careful because next week we are going to see wild moves up and down. So you shouldn't get caught in between. So once everything's settled, you will get a perfect uh, uh, direction which way the market is going to go. So you enter at that time because you will have a lot of opportunity. So so I can't explain the whole thing, how I trade, what are the things you have to know. So open interest and all those stuff. There are a lot of things to trade, so a lot of things to learn, but I can't do it in this video. So I hope it helped you. If you have any doubts, you can just uh, message me or yeah, whatever. All right. Thank you so much.